follow the money. That's what I always say. You always follow the money. Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard on VSiN.
Thanks for checking in. It is Follow the Money. Mitch Moss, Pauly Howard here. Coming up this hour in 15 minutes, we'll dive into the remaining games on today's Major League Baseball schedule. Bottom of the hour, you're going to hear from Maryland football coach Mike Locksley. Made national news this week talking about the NIL. Some tremendous perspective here on how difficult it is for some of these programs across the country. Here, we head out to the Progressive Guest Line a day late because it's in travel. But our buddy, longtime friend of the show, Jeff Sealey, joins the program now. You can follow him on X. He is at Cupmaker Jeff. We'll get into the 3M Open this week in the Twin Cities with some best bets. Jeff, good afternoon, pal. Thanks for the time. How are you today?
I'm great, Mitch, and before we get into it, I've never been to Madison, Wisconsin. I know there are plenty of people from Wisconsin who listen to this, so let me know any recommendations in Madison this week, everyone.
Oh, my God. Just walk down State Street for a couple of days, and you can't go wrong. I went to broadcasting school there. Too bad I got out before I was 21 years old, but still had a lot of fun. Unbelievable college town. Unbelievable college town. So
what I hear.
Yeah, you'll have a great time. Okay, how are you approaching it this week? Gotterup has been phenomenal, man. Tip your cap to this guy.
Yeah.
Do you want to do anything with him?
So honestly, guys, what's really interesting on DraftKings this week is the winner without market has Wyndham Clark, Sam Burns, Maverick McNeely, Chris Gotterup, and Max Greiserman all taken out. So, we're in a scenario where like Jake Knapp's the second favorite in the winner without market now. So I actually like Sam Burns a little better than Gotterup this week. I ran 5 different models, and Burns is the only guy that graded out in top 10 in all 5 models. He does have 2 top 12 finishes here, comes in with solid iron play and always elite putting. So I do like Sam Burns over Gotterup this week in the regular markets. But yeah, there's definitely some really good opportunities in the winner without markets, and we'll talk about a couple of those.
Is it going to be a birdie fest?
Yeah, I definitely think there's going to be birdies. I think it's going to be the scenario where you're going to have a lot of birdies, but you're going to have plenty of doubles too, because there's water on 15 holes. So you're going to have some guys who are going to blow up and shoot a 79, and other guys who are going to shoot a 64. That's the fun of this tournament, is the wild swings, and you can have a guy who has a great round and then shoots a 73 the next day. So that wouldn't surprise me at all. But guys, one guy we always know who is good in birdie fest, certainly in the first round leader markets, is Keith Mitchell. And if his putter gets hot like it has twice here before, he's 40-1 in the winner without market. And he, in 2 times of playing here, one year he gained 6 strokes putting, another year he gained 7 strokes putting. So if he can hit with his ball striking at all, which has been very good lately, he will definitely be inside the top 5 and very, very live in the winner without market. So again, ball striking has been very solid throughout the year. Around the green has really hurt him this year, and I don't worry about that here. So I think he's a tremendous play, and definitely somebody you want to bet in the first round leader market.
Okay. How about in the 50-1 range? Keep going. 2 more guys, winner without.
Yeah, 2 guys. So these are actually in the regular market price-wise. Cam Champ and Griot are both 50-1 in regular, 40 in the winner without. I'll be the first to admit I've slept a little on Cam Champ this year, probably because he hasn't played a huge schedule, but he's always been able to crush the ball, won this event in 2021, and he comes in playing with his best stretch of golf in over 5 years. 4 top 20s in his last 5 events, and the one that he didn't finish top 20, he was 27th in the John Deere, where he still gained strokes across the board, not losing in a single category. So the combination of course history and current form make Champ a really easy selection this week. And then my favorite play of the week, we're going to go back to the well on our guy Griot, 50-1, 40-1 in the winner without. He's the only guy, he actually graded out better than Sam Burns in all my models this week. 2 top 5s and a top 10 here. Add that to the fact that he's playing his best stretch of golf in several years with a top 25 in 6 of his last 9, including a runner-up. We saw he lost in the playoff at the John Deere. We had him a few weeks ago. So going back to the well with Griot at 40 or 50-1, depending on the market you're going to play.
All right, very good. Follow the money here on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. Our guest, Jeff Sealey, talking about the 3M in the Twin Cities on the PGA Tour this week. It begins tomorrow, and he is on the Progressive Guest Line. Let's dig a little bit deeper then. Some bombs that you like, beginning in the, I would say, 80-1 range.
Yeah, so Kevin Roy, 80 to 1 in the outright market. Going to be a little less than he's 60 in the winner without. Has 7 top 20 finishes in 2025, which is half of his starts this year. So again, the first bet I made was Kevin Roy, top 20 at plus 275. Graded out number 1 in one of the models that I built this week when I included some bogey avoidance and recent iron play, which makes sense when you realize that he's gained an average of 4.5 shots on approach over his last 4 events. Love his current form. Finished 18th at the Canadian Open, 8th at the Rocket Mortgage, 3rd at the John Deere, leading us to maybe a win this week. I mean, again, especially in the winner without market, I think he's definitely worth a shot at 60 to 1. I'm going to have some first round leader on him. And my one of my longtime favorites, Doug the Gim Reaper, 80 to 1, back on the card this week, largely due to the fact that he grades out number 12 overall for me and does have solid course history here. Elite ball striker the past 2 weeks, somehow lost 6 strokes putting at the John Deere. No, he's not a good putter, but 6 strokes was pathetic. He did gain 2.5 strokes putting at the Rocket Mortgage, so we know he does have some recent putting form. This is definitely a boom bust play, a first round leader type play, similar to Mitchell in that regard. But he should be one of your first clicks with that first round leader market. And if he putts at all, the Gim Reaper can compete for a top 5 or top 10.
Wasn't there an event like in recent weeks when you tipped off the Gim Reaper and he did in fact lead the first round? Didn't Ozzy have him?
Yeah.
Wasn't that a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in a multi-way tie.
Was he? Okay. Okay. So by the way, as you were talking about Keith Mitchell for first round, I looked up a couple of things. You might be able to find better. I found him first round leader at 60 to 1. Is that a big enough number for you?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah, considering, he's 40 to 1 to winner without market. So yeah, I think for sure 61 is plenty big enough. I mean, this isn't a super talented field. And Keith Mitchell, we know that guy can run hotter than the sun in the first round.
Sure, he can.
He's instant first round leader play for sure.
So then how about this? Top 5 first round, Keith Mitchell, 10 to 1?
Yeah, I'm looking at this right now. I don't see him 10. End of round top 5. I'm looking on DraftKings right now. Sorry. He must be longer than that on DraftKings. I see Griot at 14. I see Cam Champ at 12. Keith Mitchell, 14 to 1 on DraftKings, end of the first round, top 5.
Okay,
I'm way in on that.
That's
Love
awesome.
That.
So then you're going to be able to find a better number on DraftKings probably here as well. I found first round top 10 Keith Mitchell at 5 to 1. You might be able to find plus 750 then in that range.
Yeah, let's see.
Or 7 to 1.
Probably the case. He's plus 650 on DraftKings, end around top 10. That's a great bet. That's a terrific bet.
Very good. Anything else on the card this week?
No, that's it for now, guys. I'll do some matchups here later on the week as the weekend progresses. But I think if you guys tickets on these guys this week, I feel like this is going to be a really good week. I think we're going to find a winner.
Very good. Thanks, pal. Best of luck.
Thanks, fellas. Take care.
There you go. As always, follow him on X at Cupmaker Jeff, and he was on the Progressive guest line. All right. Yeah, Mitchell was on that tear this year for the first round leader.
Condolences with Koepka, too. His buddy. It appears it's over. He was awful at the Open Championship.
Oh, what was that? We should ask about that. He made that bet years ago on how many career majors he's going to win.
I think he needs 2 more.
They made it at 7.5, I think.
By the age of 50? Or 40 or 50?
Oh,
It was? Yeah.
that's not happening, man.
Damn.
How many do you think Scheffler can get to? Can he get to 10?
I see the start is similar to Tiger, what he's done and how many tour wins and majors.
I think some people.
I know we did this with Rory though too, when Rory was rattling him off
Sure.
I think Scheffler's a different animal. I think that's in play. Yeah.
Like if you had to make a number on it, you'd probably make it 9.5, 10.5 for his career. I know people that are listening or watching the show right now are like, he's got 4 already. Of course he's going to get to 10. I don't know. Some of these young guys that are coming up right now, there might be another Scotty Scheffler down the road in like 2 years. You don't know.
Yeah.
And again, we played that clip earlier. He loves going to the Chipotle by his house that nobody recognizes him at. He won't give that location away. If he goes to the one by SMU campus, he can't get his mail. So they'll hound him in there. So like winning all these tournaments does nothing for him. At some point I could see like a Barry Sanders coming. My passion for the game is no longer big enough for me to actually go out there and play. I hope not. Guy's awesome. Also, like, how many would he have if LIV was never created? And all of those elite golfers stayed on the PGA Tour. Because some of those guys, I mean, Koepka being one of them.
Out, I know, yeah.
They just are like, okay.
It certainly ruined DJ.
Oh,
That's
my
another
God.
one, too, yeah.
People forget about this, by the way. Go back and look at Dustin Johnson's year that he had in the pandemic. He was otherworldly. That's 5 years ago. Completely fell on his face since.
What's going on with Morikawa?
Another good call.
He's been awful.
Yeah. Yeah, and people wanted nothing to do with him at the Open. I was staring at 40 to 1. I was like, 40 to 1? That's a huge number on him. I thank God I didn't bet it because they had no chance, but like 40 to 1 looked appealing. Going to have to like reevaluate things, I think, on him moving forward too. So, all right, we have the Dodgers took the lead, by the way, against the Twins. So they're now up 2 to 1. That's in the top of the 8th. But look at this now. Glasnow with 12 Ks today leaves the game. Yates comes in. Nobody out.
So bad.
Runners on first and second.
This bullpen's been atrocious. And Houston just regained the lead. This Arizona bullpen's so bad too.
Yep. The Twins are plus 145 to come back and win the game right now against this Dodgers bullpen. We'll discuss tonight's card in Major League Baseball, coming up with some player props. And Jeff Passan shared deadline day intel for every Major League Baseball team. We'll go over some of the potential deals that would be massive next.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Well, just like that, Dodgers leading the Twins 2 to 1, top of the 8th. But right now, the Minnesota Twins have the bases loaded and nobody out. They just pulled off a double steal, and then they walked Buxton on a 3-2 count, but you couldn't picture that guy anyway. The in-play total now, Pauly, is 6.5 with a 2-1 game. Twins bases loaded here, and they're minus 125 to win the game. Do you want a piece of that? Like, if they get the lead here, do you trust the Twins bullpen enough to come in there and lock down the Dodgers offense and secure the victory?
Mm-hmm. I take the Twins.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the run line, they're plus 175, plus 180 right now. Can they score 3 runs here in this inning?
Well, I don't know about that, but yeah, you had the chance to break it open, but yeah.
Well, I would ask, so what's fair? Like, what should we expect right now for the Twins to score, bases loaded, nobody out?
Get at least 2.
At least 2. You have to expect at least 2 runs here from them.
6.5 in play total.
Yeah.
That's good. I got to go over that.
Well, 3-2, and here comes Ohtani to the plate.
Yeah, right, and the Dodgers can answer. Yeah, absolutely.
Sure they can. And the Astros are leading the D-backs right now 4-3. In the 9th, they're an $8 favorite now to win the game. Will a run be scored is plus 350. Total 7.5.
Good market.
Do you have any bets on tonight's card?
I didn't do much with it. It was a hard read. I do like the Phillies, though. Tough card. I think the Phillies get it done again as the starting pitching shut down Boston. Giolito's been good, but still I think they can get to him. And look at Corbin, $1.40. Can Texas keep this going offensively? And I think they can. And a total of 8.5. They've won 23 of their last 38. Only 5 teams are better in that span. 5.3 runs per game in that stretch. Suddenly they've come alive with the bats. Make a move at the deadline. Corbin's been good. I think they get him again. Make a move at the deadline. And this could be a team where you're thinking, oh, my God, when we get to October, why didn't I put a future on these guys? Because here comes DeGrom and Eovaldi in a series.
Sure. You need to think about that, right? Like, what's the 1-2 hammer there for any of these teams that might make it? DeGrom and Eovaldi, that's exceptional. Sears is not having a good year overall. I will say that Texas has been brutal for the full year against lefties. They have a WRC plus of 75, which is the 3rd worst mark in all of baseball. 3rd worst WOBA, 7th highest K rate. But Corbin at home, Pauly, has an ERA of 3.3. Only 4 home runs allowed and 43-plus innings pitched.
What a story.
Oh, my God.
So bad with the contract and what he was doing in Washington.
Sure.
We were salivating every time he was on the mound. Still with this explosion for Texas, they're still 61% to the under on the season.
Well, that's
even though they've come out of it recently.
So he's also striking out 8.5 batters per 9 at home compared to 6.3 on the road. That's a pretty big difference. And the A's are middle of the pack at best in some key metrics against lefties. They're a little bit better than middle of the pack against others and or in other metrics. 24% K rate against lefties, 11th highest in all of Major League Baseball. But yeah, I kind of like the Rangers in that game. Not enough for me to bet them, but I would lean that way. Yankees are taking on the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
This is Fried against Bassett.
Yankees had to have that one. All right. They had the big win with the Rice home run, and they needed it. So, but some player props here would be Bellinger, who's been awesome since June 23rd, leads in hits, third in extra base hits, last 22 games, 8 bombs, 19 RBIs, and 21 runs. They are doing an excellent job of saying, okay, someone else is going to beat us other than Judge. And Judge is 3 for his last 21, but the tunnel walks and pitching around him.
Yeah.
That's what you should do. Tough one here. Bassett has been strong. Couple of Yankees. Goldschmidt, 444 career against Bassett. You can play his props there as well. But again, Yankees $1.40. I would a little surprised that Toronto was actually favored yesterday because you don't know what you're going to get out of Scherzer, and that's the game they lose. But they've won 5 in a row as a dog against the Yankees.
Yeah, Dominguez against Bassett, 5 of 6, very small sample size with a double and a triple. Fried on the road's been awesome. He's been great anywhere basically this year. 11 starts, a 2.58 ERA, sub-1 whip, 8 Ks per 9.
Wasn't there time off, though? Didn't he miss a start?
He just because of a blister, which has been a problem for him 4 times in his career.
Yeah.
More on that coming up in a second.
Okay.
Bassett at home has made 11 starts, 7-0 overall, a 2.53 ERA and 10 Ks per 9. On the road in 10 games, his ERA goes up more than 3 runs per game, 5.66 ERA, 1.42 whip, and 7 Ks per 9. I mean, he is completely different at home than he is on the road. Now, does that mean anything for tonight? Maybe not. But so far this year, he's been really reliable. And I will point out that, again, Schlittler stayed under his K prop.
Yeah.
It was 3.5. He only had 3, and he had 3 right away in the game. Couldn't get another guy. They played games today with Max Fried's K prop because once the Blue Jays lineup was announced, bettors moved the market. They were firing on the over Max Fried 4.5 Ks. So at that point, I grabbed under 4.5 Ks plus 110. It shifted that much. And I think now the under has turned back into the favorite. But that's now what? Are we talking 22 or 23, 2-1?
Yeah.
Last 25, 26 starts for pitchers in Toronto taking on the Blue Jays who've stayed under their K prop? That's an all-time good run by this team. Other than that, I don't have much either for tonight's card.
Yeah. Well, between the blister issues, the time off, who knows?
That's one of the reasons why I took it as well.
Tough call. 3-2 Twins.
They scored 2. There you go. Okay. There are 2 outs.
275 in play.
Okay, and now runner on second, 2 outs there. But that's, so he missed time a little bit, the blister, and so that factors into me also with the Blue Jays being so good at not striking out. Oh, by the way, against lefties on the year, Blue Jays, 7th in WRC plus and WOBA, 18% K rate lowest in all of Major League Baseball. So passing today, ESPN.com wrote a story for every team. Are they going to be all in? Are they going to be sellers? What are they doing? For their Yankees rundown, he said the best fit would be Suarez. I think another team needs to step in before the deadline and trade for Suarez before he would potentially land with the Yankees.
I'd love to see him go to Seattle.
Oh, that would be, come on, please.
Arizona's got everyone by the you-know-what. I mean, because they could deal Kelly, they can deal Gallen, they can deal Suarez, and
Naylor.
They're going to, Naylor too, and it looks like they're going to lose again to Houston. So, but I would think with the Yankees, I would also need an arm to help
totally
out too
agree
with the pitching. But that's, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not going to bet on Cashman. And I'm not going to bet on the Yankees to be aggressive.
Good line.
I would think it'd be Seattle. And here it is with the Cubbies. Best fit, Gore. While it could be a long shot, Gore could be on the move because you always have to listen if the price is right, if the Cubs would do that. Or anyone would actually, for that matter, get Gore.
You're going to have to give up a lot to get the guy. But that would be a very nice addition somewhere, like this guy would be. for the Blue Jays and he says they're all in, the best fit would be Mitch Keller. With the way that this offense is going, now will his form of this year translate to the American League? Maybe. Maybe it's good enough because he was really good again last night. Has a bad record. Doesn't matter again. Not his fault. Can't get the worst run support by any pitcher in the National League is not Paul Skeens. It's his teammate, Mitch Keller. So if he would go to the Blue Jays, that would be great. Now this one, now we're talking. Now we're cooking, man. The best fit for the Phillies would be Emmanuel Clase.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's their number one need.
Right. Or could you get Duran from the Twins? Who would you rather have? But either guy, because the Phillies need help with the bullpen, and that would be huge.
Sure. That's, I mean, they're going to be a story in the playoffs anyway. I mean, with their pitching, look at Sanchez again last night. 12 Ks. Couldn't touch him. I saw something today. Is it in the notes today that we have for baseball? That if Luzardo goes 10 Ks, no walks, it'll be the first time ever.
Right, yep.
That the team has had a pitcher do that against the same team in a series. Wheeler did it, and also last night Sanchez did it, right?
Yep.
Okay.
It's true. And all of a sudden, the Red Sox can't hit. So another reason to like the Phillies tonight.
Yeah. For the Mariners, Passan has all in for Josh Naylor. That's nice. That's not as nice as getting Suarez.
Right. I think the Padres could make moves and improve the team, but also trade Cease.
I'd get him out.
I wouldn't want. I would do that too.
I'd get him out. I'd get Vasquez out.
Okay. They could do that, and I don't know what the Giants will probably do something as well. And you would think there's one report where the Red Sox could get Joe Ryan, like Paul was talking about. I would do that if I'm the Red Sox.
Boy, Joe Ryan's going to be on the move.
Off. Yes.
Oh.
What a year he's had. You can pull this off and grab him. But I guess you could consider the opponent, because certainly they were playing the Nats and some of those bad teams.
Right.
But they faced the Cubs and the Phillies, and the Red Sox can't hit now, as they've scored 10 runs and dropped 4 of their 5 since the break. But they need to make a move, too. Got to get it. The betting splits, jump on, $9.99 for your first month, vsin.com/subscribe. Exclusive betting splits from Circa and DraftKings. Everyone loves it. Do it now as little as $9.99 for your first month. Start now, vsin.com/subscribe. And the tip jar. Tip jar tomorrow, folks. We're doing the tip jar tomorrow, so send in all your, with the pizzeria. So send in all your future tickets. Be creative.
You're going to hear from Mike Locksley up next, Maryland football coach, and how the NIL completely changed their program.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Paul Stone tomorrow. Big Ten ACC previews. Also Paul Charchian to talk fantasy and win totals. And the tip jar, the pizzeria. Send it in, email, ftm@vsin.com, or tweet at us as well. Your long shots, get creative. What do you have? Sponsored by Mama's Pizza. We do it every Thursday. Best pizza in Texas. The pizzeria tip jar is open now. Email or send in your tweets, ftm@vsin.com. So yesterday, he gets into this a little bit with Tim Murray, but Maryland football coach Mike Locksley at Big Ten Media Day admitted he lost the locker room over which players to compensate, a factor that led the Terrapins to their worst season since his debut in 2019. They were 4-8 and dropped all but one of their Big Ten contests. They had more players selected in the draft than wins, 6-5. He attributed it to the struggles to the changing NIL and the landscape in college football. Quote, I own the fact that I lost the locker room, and I had to choose between paying young players who were coming in or reward the older players that have been going through the fire. 3 bowl wins, and I tried to do both with limited resources, and that's what you get, a locker room with the haves and the have-nots. He's entering his 7th season at Maryland and 10th overall as an FBS coach. He called it a valuable lesson in how to manage players, relationships, and expectations. They won 3 consecutive bowl games under Locksley from 2021 to 2023. Quote, you can go outside my locker room now, and I have a sign that says, leave your Louis belts, leave your financial statements and your car keys outside of this locker room, because in here we're all going to pay the same price for success or failure. If I've got to put my desk in that locker room, I will, a valuable lesson learned. Interesting how you go through that and how you juggle between the guys who've been through the wars and the newcomers coming in. And certainly it was a big reason why Maryland had the issues that they faced last year. Now, this upcoming season, how can they get back to where they were, but be a bowl team and compete and have a good season? And yesterday, Tim Murray caught up with Loxley.
Coach, as you head into this year, I was listening to your press conference. What's the vibe going into this year? I know last year wasn't what you were hoping for with a 4-8 season. So have you changed things up? What's kind of the feel of this program in your 7th year as the head coach?
Lucky 7 in Vegas. How about that, man? I look up and it's 7 years in, but I mean, yeah, we talked enough of what last year was about for me, the part I played in it, owning that new landscape. I didn't navigate it very well a year ago. The good part is with the way revenue shared, knowing that July 1st was coming, that it would at least give me a chance to take care of the players in my program without me having to figure out how to get and raise the money. I can tell you that we were a talented team a year ago that just didn't play together. Mm-hmm. And I've spent most of my time trying to figure out how to get us to play together. We're not there yet. That's what training camp's all about, much like our counterparts up at the NFL level, sure, where they've got 6 weeks to create a team, create a culture that allows players to play for something bigger than themselves. That's kind of where we are. And, I'm embracing the fact that we're young and new, because the great part about that is that they don't know what they don't know. We're just young and dumb enough to go out and play really well against teams because we're not worried about things maybe happening in past or past experiences. We got a lot of new players, and that's with youth and with newness comes that unknown. And I like working from that area.
You've always been known every stop of the way as a great recruiter, and a lot of it starts at the quarterback position. To go out to get someone in your backyard. Look, I'm from the DMV. We know how talented, rich that area is, and to get a guy like Malik Washington to come to Maryland, to stay home. What have you seen from him so far, and what do you expect from him as a freshman? Is he going to be competing for that starting job right out of the gate?
The thing I like to say about Malik is that if anybody is built for being able to compete for a job as a freshman, I have some experience from the Jalen Hurts as a freshman, to a Tagovailoa as a freshman, to even the way Mac Jones navigated his path or his journey during my time there. I've played freshman quarterbacks a lot. Malik has all the DNA and the makeup that you would want. He's one of those guys that the players gravitate to him. But we also have guys like Justin Martin, who we've invested in, and a guy that has some game experience. And the one that kind of let the cat out the bag is Christian Martin, who I've been really pleased with Christian. His preparation as a young player a year ago, seeing the fruits of it throughout spring, and then even in the spring game, the way he performed. We've got a quarterback room that I think we can win and have the ability to win with all three. And what we have to do on the offensive side of the ball is figure out which one gives us the best chance to win.
You bring in Pep Hamilton as your offensive coordinator. There's been a lot of excitement, I think, around him, around yourself as well. So what are we looking at here for offense?
You know what? Pep is probably one of my closest friends in this business. I've known Pep since he was a player at Howard University, and I can remember in 1997 and 98 when he was a young OC and him coming over working the Maryland football camps, and that's where we started our relationship. But his ability to navigate the Big Ten, his ability, and then adding Ted Monachino and his experience as a NFL guy, they've made that transition of how we have to prepare our team now compared to, I grew up in the Nick Saban system where you developed your younger players by how you practiced and by forcing them onto the field 15, 20 plays a game. Well, this NFL model that we're kind of moving towards where, 60% of my team has never played a down for me. I've got to figure out how to get them ready to play now. And that's where, Pep's experience and Ted's experience in the NFL lend themselves to be able to set schedules and to put structure into how we develop our team and how we do it fast.
What can, under you, 7th year there, you've been there for, I would say, collectively over a decade? 17 seasons. So what can Maryland football be? No one knows Maryland football better than you know Maryland football. What can Maryland football be? With the investment that I expect in my new boss, Jim Smith, who a guy that understands the business of sport, with the investment that I anticipate us working together to figure out if we can control the DMV area, which we've done to a degree in terms of some of the top players, keeping them home. If we can keep the players that we're able to recruit and develop on our team and not have them jump ship and go to other places, the sky's the limit, because we've done something that hadn't happened in 130 years, where went to 3 straight bowls, won all 3, and then a year ago, as I like to say, again, it was an anomaly year that we have a strong foundation, but we have to navigate this new landscape, and I have a lot more confidence in myself as well as the locker room to understand where we are, and I'm excited about this team, and it's mostly because it's the unknown, and I like kind of that. No, last one for me. I think your fit's looking pretty good.
I don't know, man. Some people thought I was with the Olympic Committee or something.
But Buzz Williams brings some. He three-piece suit. Like, do you have to step up your game now?
We got different styles. Buzz and I are, he's more corporate. I'm more kind of corporate casual. I'm a renegade guy with the bright colors and stuff. But no, I've learned a lot from Buzz in a short period of time. He's become a fast friend, and really excited about having him there. He and I are very similar in philosophies. He's probably more of a football coach than a basketball coach.
He's fiery.
You watch the way he develops his team and how he goes about it. I mean,
you look at some of those Texas A&M teams, Coach. I think you could have had a couple of those power forwards playing linebacker for you.
You know what? I'm going to be scouting his team, man. I'll be stealing a few of his power forwards to come over to our place and rush the pass or play tight end.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you.
There you go. Loxley, Maryland head coach, and long shots to win the Big Ten. We'll talk to hopefully Jed Fish later in the week as well. At DraftKings, Buckeyes 2-1, Penn State plus 250, Oregon plus 320, Michigan 8-1. How about what Franklin said today?
The best combination of, he basically said the best personnel and the best coaches since he's been there. They're awesome. They're loaded.
Yeah.
If he wasn't the head coach, I firmly believe people would be saying they absolutely had to be number 1 in the country. But there's a little bit of just resistance because of him. Right.
And I met some people from Iowa yesterday who think there's a chance that things could break the way for the Hawkeyes.
They have a chance to be pretty damn good,
I think they get Penn State and Oregon both at home. If that could happen, you get an offense, decent quarterback play, 35-1.
Can't you see that totally happening, though? Inside the locker room?
Yeah.
The NIL? Paying the new guys,
sure.
but the other guys?
Absolutely.
Of course.
It was a tough situation. It was a great answer. And he went on at Big Ten Media Day right down the street with that about it. Guys have been here through the wars, the bowl wins, and you got the up-and-comers, and what do you pay the newbies?
Who do you think you're going to pick to win the Big Ten?
I would think I'd have to go, even though they're 0-7 the last couple of years against the Buckeyes and Michigan, I'd have to go Penn State.
I really want to go Penn State, too. I really do. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. I might have to go Buckeyes because of what I just said.
Yeah.
God. All right. Drama in Los Angeles. Day baseball. Twins, Dodgers. We'll update that with the betting number because Ohtani is lurking coming up in the bottom of the 9th and in pocket plays next.
To determine the winner of any given college basketball game.
Someone gives you 10,000 to 1 on anything. You take it. Take it. Take it.
I bet you $20 I can get you gambling before the end of the day. No way. I'll give you 3-1 odds. Nope. 5-1. Nope. 10-1. You're right.
All right, split winner with the Astros. Valdez does it again. He's been on a sick run. And they also won again today. So they swept the Diamondbacks. Seattle got pounded. The lead is now 6 in the division. Astros a winner. Loser with Angel Reese over 14.5 points. Horrible performance to come out in the third quarter as a team. That turned into a blowout, and then they sat her as they were getting pounded in the fourth quarter in that one. But the new plays coming back with tomorrow, Seattle and Chicago over, as the Sky have been scoring, other than that bad quarter that they had against Minnesota, even though they just fell one point short of going over. But over 158 against Seattle. Reese didn't play against Atlanta. They gave up 86. The defense has been had some issues too. But 87-81 against Minnesota, 91-78. They allowed 91 again last night. They played an 87-76 against Dallas and an 81-79 against Washington as well. Go over tomorrow in the WNBA game, and the Phillies, $1.60 at home in 10 minutes against the Red Sox, who have lost 4 of 5 and only scored 10 runs. And can the Phillies pull this off, as you mentioned? Can you go 3 straight guys, 10-plus strikeouts, no walks? Never been done. Wheeler did it, and Sanchez did it. Can they pull it off again today? I'll take the Phillies.
Good luck, Pauly.
Goes to Luzardo tonight. Yep, thank you.
All right, 1-3 last night. Angel Reese over the 12.5 boards. That was no good. Good number, though, minus 105 on that. Closed much higher than that. Had 5 rebounds with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Turns into a blowout, no good. Valdez was awesome last night. Yep, should have bet Houston as well. Didn't. That's on me. Over 5.5 Ks, plus 130. That was a loser. And JT Ginn over 3.5, plus 120. Went 5 innings, only struck out 2. Loser there. The one winner was with Richard Fitz, over 3.5 for the Red Sox last night. He got it done with 4 Ks overall. Tonight, I will put this on the board to track it because the baseball plays have been no good. So if it's a loser, it just continues. Hopefully it's going to be a winner. I feel pretty good about it. But I mentioned today earlier during the show that the market was playing games with Max Fried's K-prop. Once the Blue Jays lineup was announced tonight, Max Fried's under went from as high as minus 135 to plus 120. The market quickly pounded him to go over 4.5 Ks. I got in at plus 110 under 4.5. It's now as high as like minus 120, minus 125. There are still 115s out there. I would still play it at minus 115 under 4.5 Ks on Max Fried. Blue Jays have been just phenomenal and not striking out. Also, the blister problem here recently for him, the reason why missed a little bit of time, missed that one start, and the blister has given him a problem, I believe, 4 times previously in his career. So that's the one bet that I have tonight in baseball.
Take your betting to the next level with First Bet. Sign up now, firstbet.com, promo code VSIN200. Get a 20% rebate on all your wages for the first 60 days, up to $200. Bet smarter today. Don't miss out. Firstbet.com.
So updated betting number right now on this Twins-Dodgers game. It is Minnesota 3-2 with the lead. They are going to the bottom of the 9th. And they're going to bring in Jax here to close it out for the Twins. Due up here for the Dodgers, 8-9-1. That's Edman, who is 2 for 3 today with an RBI. Outman, 0 for 3. And Mookie Betts leading off for the Dodgers, 0 for 4 today. Ohtani is in the 2-hole.
He's hitting 230, by the way.
Betts.
Yeah.
That's not pretty.
Yeah.
So right now, like,
God, you waste that performance from Glasnow. Killian Murphy was awesome.
12 Ks.
Yep. Yates comes in, doesn't get an out.
So will the Dodgers score a run? The over 5.5 runs right now is plus 268 at DraftKings. It just went up to plus 424. So the sportsbook is always ahead of the feed here. Maybe there's an early out here for the Dodgers. And it continues to go up. Twins are now minus 1240 to win the game. Dodgers are plus 620. If they can get to Ohtani, where does that number go? Yeah, there's one out quickly here for the Dodgers. So now it's Outman and Betts coming up. I don't have much faith in Betts getting on board here.
Yeah, no.
I think it comes down to Outman.
Yeah.
But don't you want a little drama here in your life? Let's see Ohtani come to the plate.
Pitch around him. I think that's what the Blue Jays did. There was 2 outs, nobody on, and they walked Judge. Was it intentional? Or they just probably didn't give him anything to hit, what they did the
Actually,
other
you know
night.
what?
So
that would be a fire bet at Caesars Will Hill.
That's right. Yeah, right. Fire bet.
What's going to happen in his at-bat?
Very good. Very good. Cardinals shut out in Coors. Lost 2 out of 3. Sonny Gray, $1.35 tomorrow against Darvish.
But he's at home.
I know where they think they have 11-1 with him at home.
Yeah, he's been
but
like
this has been ugly for St. Louis.
Yeah, phenomenal at home.
That's tomorrow. And the Tigers are $1.40 against the Blue Jays. Olsen against Lauer. Detroit has lost 9 of 10 now. Outscored 66-26. Short card, but those are 2 big games tomorrow on the card.
Wow.
That's a good series.
Yeah, I'll say that it's a big series for Seattle as well.
Okay.
They play in Anaheim against the Angels. They get Kikuchi tomorrow, who's been phenomenal at home. But the Angels lost today. And other than that, the offense, for the most part, though, Pauly, going back now, has been pretty damn good. I'm going to call this a key series for Seattle. Like, I'm talking for their playoff chances. What are they playing here? This is a 4-game set, has to be, against the Angels. If they lose like 3 out of 4 or get swept.
Very doable schedule the rest of the way. But, yeah, I hear you. I know.
Like, if they can take 3 out of 4, then they go to Sacramento Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and they get the A's for 3. And hopefully for them, they could see Severino in that time because he's been horrendous at home, too. Yeah, they'd get him in game 2 of that series.
This is going to be madness. Seattle 54-48. Red Sox a half a game back. Tampa a game back. Texas 52-50. Cleveland now 50-50. And it's not even crazy to dismiss Kansas City. All their issues they had offensively just took 2 out of 3 in Chicago. They're only 3 games under. They'll probably trade people to deadline, but they're not out of it either.
Yeah, don't look out. Cleveland's 2.5 out in the wild card.
Yeah, here come the Guardians after they dropped 10 in a row.
Just imagine, you wipe away, again, for 1 second here, wipe away the 10-game losing streak they recently had. If they go 500.
Yeah, that's right.
We're talking about 3.5 games back of the Tigers.
Yep, I think we have a better feel.
Oh, Betts got on.
With 2 outs?
Yeah, we got high drama here.
All right.
Did he beat it out? Was it to short or to third, trying to make a play on it? And he's safe. Betts beat it out.
They're 5-1 in play. And will a run be scored? It's plus 450. Over 5.5 at DraftKings. Cubs, Mets, Padres. Now, whether it's Cubs, Brewers, take your pick, Mets, Phillies, Padres, I think there's going to be your wild cards. I can't get there with the Giants. And the Reds have the most difficult remaining schedule. St. Louis lost 7 of 10. They're going to trade people. And Arizona just got swept at home. They're under 500. They're 6 back. And they're going to probably trade Kelly, maybe Gallen, maybe Suarez, what happened. So I can't get there either. Did he do something? No.
Not that I know
Must
of.
be behind.
Oh, wait, they walked him. There you go. I was looking.
No, they didn't.
Yeah,
No,
I was looking for a price.
Oh my God,
him.
they did it.
I was looking for a price on him to walk, and it happened so fast that the books didn't even offer it.
They intentionally walked him with a guy on first and 2 outs?
They had to because it happened just like that. They must have just said put him on first right now. They had to. Damn it! Because I'm on right now. I'm on my laptop. I'm on my phone. 2 different books, and I never saw it. It happened so fast, Pauly. It never even popped up. Damn.
That's awesome. Okay.
So now what do we have here for a live number?
I got plus 750, and then 6 to 1. Will there be a run scored?
Are you going to hate yourself if you don't bet the Dodgers and they win the game? No. It's a hate bet here.
Yeah. Boy, that is onions.
Plus,
that is onions
even plus 610 to get a run because they could get one.
Yeah, get one.
This could be a single with the run. It goes to extras. Twins win the game. I'd take a plus 610 right now.
Ruiz is up though. How did that work out? Is Ruiz up? That's who's up? How did that? That's Ruiz.
Wait, so they're pinch hitting for Hernandez, who was 3 for 4 in the game.
Oh, God. I don't know. I don't agree with that.
Oh, come on. Something happened here. Bad pitch by Jax. Oh, boy. Here we go.
Yep.
The over 5.5 is now plus 236. It keeps plummeting here.
Give me a walk or a hit batsman. You got Freeman on deck.
Get in.
You could win it.
Get in with over 5.5.
That'd be something if this blows up. Walk.
I mean, you're
base
not going to
hit, you lose. Drive home safely.
Oh, he's not even close. Jack's not even close.
2-0?
Oh, yeah.
2-0. Drama.
You might as well put this guy on, too.
Drama.
Jeez.
They're down to plus 270 to win the game.
Well, it's not going to be over here by the time the show ends. Scott Seidenberg will keep you updated. 4 hours. Prime time next. Does a great job with the live betting. Good luck tonight.